Greetings everyone on YouTube and welcome to this game commentary video with me, Crescent. Today we shall be chatting about the Fertile Crescent, so before I'm going to be proceeding forward, please lean back, lay down, grab something to eat and drink, and lend me your ear for a few moments as I shall be chatting about this lovely game and offer my constructive feedback, hints, tips, tricks, everything else what I can offer from my mind after playing quite a few hours and finishing off the campaign for as you guys have seen. Now honestly, I want to talk about how this game is, because if you already see what my screen has to offer already is quite some nice nostalgic pixel kind of graphical game. It's some nice music, as you guys can hear as I'm chattering through, some nice voice acting, and it definitely offers a, well, not really very active multiplayer, but it is there, it's being supported. You also have a campaign, which we have played through. You have an active skirmish, which you can play against AI, and you can also play hordes, which is a nice survival mode of this game. Aside from that, well, there's not much more that the game offers, but it's definitely just another regular RTS game. It doesn't have too much innovations aside the food mechanic, and the food mechanic, well, basically, in short, your people can starve, and without food, there will be some timer stating how much food you how much time you have to get a food, and if you do not get it quickly, you're basically starved out. And honestly, in my opinion, that time is quite lengthy, right? Because as we have seen, that's what also happened in my latest video where I was playing against Timo AI. It took quite a long, lengthy time, in my opinion, before they starved out, honestly. So it's basically quite useless, if you ask me, for them to be defeated. But it's actually another way of a total annihilation, where you could just basically have rushed to destroy that town center, in my opinion. But further else, it's still a nice game. You can still play it through, but I don't think it's going to be able to be a competitive game inside the RTS genre, just like what StarCraft has, or Warcraft, or even one of the gods, Age of Empires, as it does have some very much competitiveness inside. Be it Age of Empires 2 or 4, of course. 3, well, it's very small, but I don't think the Fertile Crescent will have that chance. But as I said, you can certainly play it through, have a little bit of nostalgia running through, and then you're basically shelving this game away. So far, there has not been much development going on, but the developers definitely say that they will be adding some more stuff later, for example, new factions. I personally would like that, because there's only 3 so far, which are the Babylonians, Assyrians, and of course the Egyptians. And of course, I personally have already stated the Romans, or well, the Greeks will be one of the most best ones to have add, as they are also one of the greatest civilizations that has ever come on Earth at certain periods, of course. But on the other hand, aside from what we have talked about, some nice and some positive sides, there's one big critique that I would offer, and that is about the food management. Food management in this game can be very difficult, because you need fertile soil, and fertile soil can be very scarce. To also mention that it can, how should I say, be lowered, because on top of those fertile soil is sadly where you also have to build brickyards, and those brickyards are actually gonna offer you a source of brick, which you also need to build buildings as well, such as granaries or storehouses where you're gonna deliver wood, or brick, or even bronze, and they cost quite a lot. And of course, sadly, another big minus is that most of the resources are scarce, and they're just going to be very annoying, in my opinion. So I personally would like to have more resources deposits, or even more altogether, and to also mention, not on top of the fertile soil, because that's just very punishing, and it's just gonna make you very hard to get an economy good running, especially a food economy, because that's just very important inside this game. because if you run out, you're going to starve. You're not going to be able to create units. And food is also being left every second the game continues. And that's just a very nice new mechanic inside this Fertile Crescent, which offers such momentum or availability, or well, a mechanic, let's say that, compared to other RTS games. Something that Stronghold actually does. So it's quite a nice mix what they have done. So I think like the Fertile Crescent has taken a little bit of element of Stronghold and a little bit of element of Age of Empires, which is actually nice, but you need to balance it out a bit and fix this mechanic a little bit. Other than that, I think what is really important is that this game definitely needs to fix a little bit of pathfinding, because still can be very annoying, and the wall system can be quite buggy, because if you make a wall against a mountain, it's not going to block it entirely, as the enemy is just going to be able to walk past it, and that's just really annoying. I had a mission 6 or 7, I don't remember which one, but that just literally just happened to me, so I just had to make another wall there, and yeah, that's just another minus and constructive feedback that I have to offer. But on the other hand, as I said, this game is something you can play through with campaign, and then you'll basically be shelving it away like I do, I think, in my theory. But if not, and you're enjoying this game, then certainly go for it. I hope the developers will continue developing this and make the game a bit more different, as I said, with the resource management, and of course how the fertile soil works and how the brickyard things also works. These are just mechanics, so I think they can just make it a little bit more differently, or the maps at least differently, because I can imagine they don't want to just remove that mechanic themselves, which is possible. Like, there's many ways they can just do it, and it's all up to them, because their game. We are simply here to offer our constructive feedbacks and of course our opinions and thoughts about it, and I've done so. If you guys have anything you would like to mention, feel free to write down in the comments box below, or join their Discord server, for there's quite a few people there along with the developers, and there's also Facebook where you can contact them, I think, or their mail, etc., and offer to them, or feel free to join my Discord server and we can have a chit chat about it. But as I said, this is it. My score is a 8 from a scale 1 to 10. And I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something we could game together? That's possible as well. Just write down comments box below, or join my Discord server so we can have a chat about it. Till then, I shall see you guys later.